Painting a ceiling with Resene SpaceCote Flat. The recommended techniques also apply when using Resene ceiling paint or Resene Xylon Flat. If painting a new ceiling, ensure it is clean and dust-free and has been sealed with either Resene Broadwall Sealer or Resene Sure Seal. If the ceiling has been previously painted, use a clean cloth and wipe the ceiling down using a solution of Resene paint cleaner and fresh water, paying particular attention to any fly dirt. Fill any gaps and cracks before sanding smooth filled areas and spot priming. Seal nicotine and smoke stains with Resene Sure Seal to prevent discolouring the fresh ceiling paint. Use the Paint Aid's No. 1 roller sleeve. It's a good idea to first lightly dampen the roller sleeve with fresh water, ensuring excess water is removed. It should be slightly damp rather than wet to touch. You will also need a good quality extension pole and brush. We recommend the use of the 50mm Legend cutting in brush. Protect flooring and furniture with drop sheets. It's a good idea to mask light fittings to prevent any paint splatter. It's important to paint the ceiling in one go, ensuring the paint's wet edge is maintained. Work across the shortest distance of the ceiling and away from critical light sources such as large windows and skylights. Pour approximately 1 to 1.5 litres of paint into the roller tray. Now add about half a litre of paint to a paint pot. Note how the painter wipes the edge to remove the excess paint and places the lid back onto the can. Work the roller well into the paint. With new roller sleeves, this usually takes a couple of minutes. Using a brush that you are comfortable with, in this case the recommended Paint Aid's 50mm Legend cutting in brush, paint the edges and around light fittings. Note how the painter holds the brush. The further down the handle, the better control he has. And how he loads the brush with paint, wiping the brush's leading edge so he can cut in more precisely. There is no ideal direction to follow when painting. However, generally, right-handed people prefer to follow a left to right direction, while left-handed people are right to left. Aim to complete approximately 40 to 50 centimetres each time. Note how the painter lays off the paint as he progresses and starts each area about 15 centimetres from the edge and works back before continuing along the scotia. It is best practice to paint ceiling areas before walls and joinery. It's easier to cut into the top of the wall than the edge of the scotia, so bringing the ceiling paint over the edge of the scotia onto the wall makes sense. Note how much easier painting around the light fitting is with the 50mm Legend cutting in brush than with a normal brush. In order to avoid unsightly roller tracking, it is important to maintain the paint's wet edge by working across the shortest distance of the ceiling and completing each coat in a single application without stopping. Attach the extension pole and work the roller into the paint. The better quality poles, such as the one used here, are easier to use and don't flex like a wooden pole. Begin in the corner closest to any critical light sources. Lay the roller onto the ceiling, back from the corner and out from the edge. Now roll back towards the corner, distributing the paint across the ceiling and getting as close as practical to the edges. Note how the painter rolls the adjacent edge before completing the section. This ensures a consistent roller texture, helping to eliminate any patchiness. Aim to complete approximately 1 square metre with each roller load. Note that we are using a 230mm Paint Aid's No. 1 roller sleeve. Unlike wall areas, ceilings are typically laid off as the painter progresses, with each completed section laid off back into the previous section. Watch how the painter progresses across the ceiling, taking care to lay off in the same direction. When approaching the opposite edge, manipulate the roller to get as close as possible. Once the full width is complete, return to the starting edge and repeat the process, laying off as you go, alongside and slightly over the previously completed section. Note how the painter rolls around the light fitting, getting as close as practical to ensure a consistent texture is achieved. Ensure the room has good ventilation and warmth to ensure the paint cures well. Once the ceiling is complete, allow 2 to 4 hours to dry and apply a second coat, repeating the process. If access to the ceiling is straightforward and little preparation is needed, then painting ceilings, wall areas and most other surfaces is straightforward and easy, with many commenting that they have felt a real sense of achievement after finishing. The results will be impressive and will significantly improve the look of your home. Good luck.